What's going on, everyone? My name's Tim Headshot, bringing you some more gameplay for Battlefield Bad Company 2. It actually can't really say more because it's been 11 months since I did a Battlefield video, but we're back and we're going to be bringing you some more. I think I might do more in the future because I'm currently playing Battlefield, and I picked up Battlefield Vietnam. Really am enjoying the game, and I think the main topic that everyone wants to know really is, can Battlefield beat Modern Warfare 3? Battlefield 3, I mean. And today that's what I want to talk about. I want to get that into more detail. I've already spoken about it before, but I kind of want to do it a more realistic point of view. And, I'll talk about just the different aspects as why Modern Warfare 3 will be or won't be as good as Battlefield, or vice versa. So, let's get into it. And you might notice there is cuts because this game all up went for 35 minutes, so I had to cut it in. I just did a couple of minutes of each little section that I did half decent in, so yep. Alright, Modern Warfare 3, Battlefield 3. Now, I'll tell you my first opinion right up. Battlefield 3 is not ready. Battlefield is not ready yet to beat Call of Duty. I say this because the Call of Duty fan base is way too big. It is huge. We just saw from the huge turnout at Call of Duty XP that there is a lot of people out there who like that game. So Battlefield, they've got a big job on their hands. DICE, have a huge job on their hands to beat Call of Duty. So whether they can do it or not, well, time will tell. So we saw Call of Duty, we saw Modern Warfare 3 at Call of Duty XP. So let me know what you're thinking. Because I really am thinking that Modern Warfare 3 will be a very fun game. If you're new to the series, or your last game was Black Ops, your first Call of Duty game was Black Ops, and this is going to be your first Infinity Ward game, this game is going to blow your fucking mind. This game will be so good, and you will completely love it. You will fall in love with this game. My first Infinity Ward game was Modern Warfare 2, and this game is very similar to that game. So it has a lot of... They've really kind of stuck to what has worked for them. The Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2 games, they were very good. And so they've really haven't changed a lot. They've, you could probably just say new maps, a couple of different guns, and some different perks, and that's the game. So, but I think it's more to that. I think Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 will be a hit, but the thing they really need to do is make a balanced game. That's the thing that they've really struggled to do over the past couple of years. They really have struggled to keep their weapons balanced and keep the game balanced, and it really does get exploited over time. And Call of Duty is not a game you want to play 6 months after it's been out. It's a really bad game to be playing right then. So the best time to play a Call of Duty game is when it comes right out, because it's going to be awesome. But when the more time goes by, the worse the game gets, and it's a shame because Call of Duty has such a fantastic, overall game. Treyarch and Infinity Ward and Activision are not going to change anything about their game. So if you're expecting a different game, you're never going to get it, because Call of Duty will always be the same. They might tweak it a little bit. They might add couple of different things, minor things, like an extra game mode, or the play card thing, or theater mode, something like that. But they're not really gonna change the whole gameplay itself, because really the game works. People love it. Some people worship that fucking game, and they're not gonna change anything that works. And why would you? If you've got a game that everyone loves and always playing it, and you make so much money of it, why would you change the game drastically just to appeal to the old fans? It's really the only people that are crying out for a new game is kind of the Call of Duty 4 players. A lot of people from there, but the majority of players started out on Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2. So there really won't be much change. I think the next Call of Duty, if it's by Treyarch, really drastically needs to change. I think they just can't keep releasing the same shit over and over. Eventually people will start losing interest. And this is where games like Battlefield come in. Now, Battlefield is not it doesn't try to imitate Call of Duty. It doesn't try to be Call of Duty. It's its own game, and that's the thing. This is people say, what's better, Call of Duty or Battlefield? They're two completely different games. The only thing that really is the same is that they're both the first-person shooter. And if you're someone who's a bit more patient and you like the bigger maps, you like the vehicles, you like all that, Battlefield's for you. For me, I don't like the fact that Battlefield is, it's a 12v12, I think, and the maps are huge. It just doesn't work. And if they made more people more people in a match and kept the same map size, this game would be pretty sweet. There's also a lot of connection problems. I do get booted a lot when playing Battlefield, and there's a few things that really kept me off the game. But I think the weapons in this game are really balanced. I really like them, and even Vietnam, it shows how great, DICE makes their games. This expansion pack, you get so much for, it's a decent price. It's cheaper than the Black Ops map pack, but you get new weapons, new maps, and a whole brand new game experience. So you do get a lot more value for your money. And they've said in Battlefield 3 that their game will take 1,000 hours to beat, to finish off, something like that. So that's ridiculous, and that's probably 1,000 hours for a good gamer, and someone good at the game. And that's the thing about Battlefield: you will get value for your money, and it won't. If they do change the way they've been doing things, like Bad Company 2 had so little game modes and maps to kind of keep you interested. Even if they are big, you really do need a variety of different maps to kind of keep it fresh, keep it new, and for longer. And in Call of Duty, that's the thing. That's one of the main things they do. They have a shitload of weapons and a shitload of maps, and it doesn't get repetitive that quickly. And you can release all the map packs you want, but it's really always the best maps are going to be the first few maps on the game that everyone likes. They're always going to be the best maps, and if the best maps aren't good, there's really not much hope for the other maps in the future. So that's all. We are running out of time. I would love to talk for more, so I might do another video about it later on. Let me know what you're thinking, Battlefield or Call of Duty. We can't tell yet. We need a Battlefield 3 beta, which is coming out soon, so when we get that, we will know. And Call of Duty is just a game for little 8-year-olds. They make the game so easy for everyone, and it's just, what's the point? Their target audience is like 5-year-olds. Well, 10-year-olds. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.